I play Jedi Power Battles from LucasArts on the PlayStation, I like to eat a big, giant, chocolatey Jar Jar head. Jar Jar is good. So Tommy, what is the difference between this game and, let's say, Episode 1 Phantom Menace?
Yeah, that Phantom Menace adventure game.
I think the biggest difference is that Phantom Menace really retells a story of Star Wars.
Right.
We more use the Star Wars story as a backdrop to support action.
So what are the controls like? You guys using the analog controller for this thing?
We wanted to keep the controls really responsive and arcadey feeling, but it'd probably be easier for us to show you.
Whoa! Whoa!
The controls are really simple. We've got a heavy attack.
Then we've got a medium attack.
And we've got a quick hack or stab attack.
Then your Jedi have to move around, of course, so we've got, jump.
So what are some of the environments in the game?
We've got 10 levels that loosely follow the story of Episode 1, starting from the Federation ship, moving on to the swamps of Naboo, places like the deserts in Tatooine, the palace in Theed.
So there's tons of stuff to fight in these levels. We've got Tusken Raiders and Jawas and hundreds of battle droids.
Battle droids!
Here they are.
Battle droids!
How many playable characters are there?
Well, we've got 5 Jedi you can play. Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, of course.
Any other weapons in the game besides lightsabers?
Each of the 5 Jedis does have their own arsenal of force powers that they can use.
You wouldn't happen to know Chewbacca's phone number, would you?
You know, he asked specifically for me not to give that to him.
For more information on any of the games or stories featured on EP, visit our website at www.electplay.com.
$70 million to make a video game. Well, rumor has it that's what Sega spent on Yu Suzuki's next game, entitled Shenmue. The most highly anticipated title, coming soon on the Sega Dreamcast.
I have the great pleasure of standing next to Mr. Yu Suzuki. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And we just had a wonderful presentation of your upcoming game, Shenmue.
This cinematic epic is packed with realism, from the multitude of motion-captured characters to the texture mapping of the smallest item.
I wanted to ask a little bit about the backstory on the game. Where did the idea come from for Shenmue?
Virtua Fighter 4 when he was creating Virtua Fighter series of games, he went to China, and when he saw this vast land, it really inspired him to come up with a grand story.
Beautiful. You've had a long history with Sega, and you're certainly the most respected name at Sega. Do they give you complete freedom to just create what you want to create?
Very much so.
Very
had
much.
the control of it.
What direction were you going before you were making games? What were you doing before?
Dentist.
You were a dentist?
Dentist.
We saw you in the motion capture footage that you provided, and that was fascinating stuff, by the way. You were doing fighting moves with the motion capture artists. Are you a martial artist yourself?
Style, he mastered, but it's not powerful.
Right, throughout your career, what are you most proud of?
Originality? Yes. You asked about the American market and American audiences.
Yes.
He believes that Americans really value the originality.
Definitely.
Therefore, he believes that Americans would, understand and value this game.
Yes, I hope.
So he hopes.
An honor to meet you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I can't wait to play Shenmue.
Thank you.
I'm here at Nintendo headquarters with Brian the Man.
That's right.
Who is our Nintendo operative
inside.
giving us all the information. And what we're talking about today is Excitebike.
Excitebike 64.
This is what
absolutely.
I'm looking forward to.
Oh, it's fantastic. It got all the realistic movements, all the realistic
You know, bike turns, all the realistic physics, big jumps, big airs, smaller jumps, so you have to actually determine how big you're gonna jump, how small you're gonna jump. The characters have their own different abilities and like between jumping and turning and speed and landing. You know, it's not just some jump better than others, you know, it's like turning and everything. The bikes are so realistic between the power slide, the acceleration, the jumps.
Tell me about how the control works
heel
here.
kick. Well, you control with a control stick.
Right.
And A is gas, B is brake.
B is brake.
Right. And if you hold your R button, you can power slide through the turns. You know how you always see, you know, the motorbikes always just come into a turn and they kick out their back tire?
Yeah.
If you hold the B into it, you'll cut it real sharp for those sharp turns.
Okay, cool.
You know,
And what about the trigger?
the trigger is your,
Shoot.
No.
Ah.
Turbo.
Turbo.
Okay, it's
Just
your
as good as
turbo.
shoot.
You got it. So you can zoom past other people. And as you're hitting a jump, if you let go of turbo and hit it again, you'll get your power band. So you just hit that jump and zoom off.
And it goes, vroom.
You got it. It's vroom.
Vroom. Any other controls that we should know? What about the yellow
C
buttons?
The yellow button up here, C up, it controls your view. And C down, you use the control stick and the R button for tricks.
And what are some of them? Was they all like tabletops?
They got a fender kiss. They got the nothing. They got.
What's the nothing?
Well, you just kind of.
Nothing.
Nothing. You just let go of the bike and just let it out, you know?
Okay.
Each one of them has their own certain special secret move. So there's 20 tracks that are already built in the game that you have to race through to become the champion. And with novice, you know, pro, and amateur.
All right, well, hey, I'm going to get back to Excitebike here.
All right.
And thanks for sharing all the info on Excitebike.
For more information on any of the games or stories featured on EP, visit our website at www.electplay.com.